to do here.
It's going up, but why is it?
I just said it can be year to year, it can be very volatile.
I mean, he said in March in Baltimore in a speech, our plan is working to decreasing the deficit.
Right, and we have seen the deficit fallen by more than $1 trillion under this president, right? But as I stated at the top, it could be volatile, and that's why the president has taken action, right? More than $2 trillion to lower the deficit, and he's going to do it in a fiscally responsible way. And again, that's all you have to do is watch what the president has done the last 2 years, and he has done it. I just laid out it can be very volatile. I just talked about how the president deficit, it can be, but that's the way it is from year to year. It can be volatile. That is something well, talk to an economist and they'll tell you specifically. What I can speak to is what the president has done over the last 2 years is we see the deficit go down by $1 trillion. He spent.
And even with what we've done, unlike the last president, in my first 2 years, all this stuff, guess what? I cut the deficit $1.7 trillion. Cut the debt $1.7 trillion.
Thanks, Karine. I was going to ask about the deficit.
Yeah.
The federal deficit is projected to increase this year over last year. During Biden's term, it decreased in the first 2 years. It's going to increase this year. What's President Biden's response to that, and what's his assessment of the reasons that the federal deficit is increasing?
So a couple of things, and I know one of my colleagues have spoken to this before. Deficits from year to year can be volatile, and so that's kind of how we have tracked that. But the reality is the president has a real plan, as we've laid out multiple times, to reduce the deficit. And we don't see Republicans having a real plan. From our Republican colleagues on the other side is that, especially when President Trump and congressional Republicans, what they did during his administration is that they added $2 trillion to the deficit.
Replacing trickle-down economics with what everyone on Wall Street is referring these days to Bidenomics. And guess what? It's working. It's about building the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down. Because this is not a political statement. This is an economic statement.
I just have two things, and then we have a few minutes to take a couple more questions. The first one, I actually don't see her in here. It's April Ryan's birthday. I thought she was going to be here. She's not here. Happy 21st birthday, April. Colleague?
Okay, it's my birthday.
Oh my gosh. Jane, happy birthday.
It's my birthday.
Oh, all right, Mr. Scheer. Happy birthday. And hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I know April and me, same birthday. Not to talk about news.
And then the second thing is I want to say congratulations here to Kristen Welker. Thrilled to have you, to see you in this new world, in this new role that is going to, I think, little girls and boys are going to watch you and hopefully be inspired by everything that you do every. See, and FDA announced these midterm. Why I keep saying that? These mid-September, yowzer! These mid-September, it passed. It passed.